Hello guys, welcome to Learning from Home channel. Now in this tutorial, we are going to talk about working with worksheets. Under working with worksheets, we talk about inserting, deleting, or renaming worksheet, copying or moving worksheet, hide and unhide worksheet, changing sheet color, and there is formatting worksheet after grouping. So these are the things that we're going to talk about today. Now, when you say worksheet, what is worksheet? Worksheet is what you see from this side. Everything that you see here is called the worksheet, or the same as the working area on the sheet. Now, with this worksheet, let's see the first one is inserting and deleting or renaming worksheet. Now, in order to create a new worksheet, I hope you know how to do it because we've done this in a previous tutorial. Now, in order to create a worksheet, just click on, you see that there's an additional sign at the bottom of the page. Just click on it to create a new worksheet. So as you can see, as soon as you hover the mouse on, it tells you new sheet. So you can just go there and click new sheet, new sheet, new sheet. Okay, so currently we have sheet 4, sheet 5, sheet 6, right? And sheet 3, sheet 2. Now okay, so we have this sheet over here. Now, how can you insert or delete? So first, let's talk about how to insert worksheet. So that is the first thing. So it's either you click on the plus sign over here to create a new sheet, or let's say you want to create a sheet here. Now we have this up to sheet 6. So click on any sheet, right click, and go to insert sheet. Now click on, let's see, so you have sheet 7. So click on any sheet. Now insert sheet. Now you have sheet 8. Click on any sheet, insert sheet, and now sheet 9. Let's find out if in case you can have a sheet here as well. So new. Okay, so here it's only for workbook. Alright, so that is the way to create a new sheet. Is either you press on or you click on the additional sign here to create a new sheet, or you right click on any of the sheet that you've created. Now go to insert sheet to delete the sheet. Now whatever thing that you see here are the characteristics or the features that can be applied to any of the sheets here. So we're going to take through them one after the other for you to know. Okay, so now we are done with how to insert sheets. Now as you can see, this is sheet 8, sheet 9, sheet 4, sheet 5, sheet 6, sheet 3, sheet 7, sheet 2, right? But I have this sheet being renamed here. Now how can I rename sheet over here? How can you rename them? It's very easy. Right click it and go to rename. Okay, so this test. Okay, so right click and go to rename. Now when done, click on the enter key or hit on the enter key on the keyboard, and the sheet has been renamed. So that is the simplest way to rename sheet as well. Now let's go to the next one. How can you delete sheet? So we have almost 10 or multiple sheets here, and I want to just take them off, leaving only this and those here. How can you do that? Just right click and go to delete. Right click and go to delete. So that's the way to delete them. Let's see if you can delete them couple. You can delete a couple of them. So press and hold the shift key. Now select the keys. When you are done, right click and go to delete. Now you delete them together. So that's the way to delete a couple of sheets. Let's say you have 5 sheets. Now you want to just delete those 5 sheets. Now you don't want to delete them one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. What you can do is just hit and hold the shift key. There's a key on the keyboard called shift. Hold that shift key. Now select the keys or the sheets you want to delete them. When you are done, put the cursor on any of the selected sheets, right click and go to delete. And now it's been deleted. So this is Microsoft Excel will permanently delete this sheet? Do you want to continue on? No. So I don't want to delete this sheet 1. Okay. So before you delete any sheet, make sure it is necessary for you to, and you've saved it already. Else, if you delete it, it deletes permanently and you can't recover. Okay, so that is a way to delete single sheet and multiple sheets as well. Now let's go to how can you copy or move sheets. How can you copy or move sheets? So have you seen this text over here? Now with this text, that's a relative reference. Relative reference. Now you want to copy this text to another workbook sheet. So now what this sheet or this workbook is called Learning from Home Workbook. Now how can you copy this? Right click on this and now go to copy or move or copy. Now click on that. Now to book. Now which book do you want to copy to or move to? Do you want this current book or you want a new book? So now we are making a copy. So you want the same book. So in case you have a different workbook, you can just select it here, or when you click it here, it's going to open a new workbook for us. So now let's see. Let's first select the first one. That's the Learning from Home. That's this workbook. So you see we have relative reference. So you have relative reference 2 because we are making a duplicate of this. So now we want to copy to this book. Now we want to copy relative reference. So we selected this is the sheet. Let's select the sheet. Now create a copy. Create a copy. Now under creating copy, just click on OK. So check here. Now you see we have relative reference 2. Relative reference. So it has made a duplicate of this to that. Alright, so let me delete this. Okay. Alright, and so that's the way to copy a page or a sheet in the same workbook. Let's say you want to copy this sheet in a different workbook. Let's say in a new workbook. How can you do that? The same thing, right click and go to copy or move. Now this sheet to here, new workbook. Okay, now you want to create a copy. So click on OK. And now let's see. So you see now we've created a new workbook. That's a book 1. And now we've copied this. Have you seen? Now when you go to the previous one, let's see. The previous one. This is the previous one. You can see we still have the same sheet here. But we now have a duplicate as this workbook and this book 1. We have a duplicate over here. So that is a way to make a copy of a sheet to a different sheet. Okay, or different book. Now let's move. We want to move this sheet to a new workbook. How can you do that? So let's move this sheet. Okay, this sheet called or named as test. So right click it, go to move or copy. Now we are moving so to a new workbook. Okay, so we are moving to a new workbook. Okay, so that is a sheet. That's this test. Okay, we are moving to a new workbook. Now we are not going to create a copy. We are now moving the whole sheet. So let's click on now. Remember, this is Learning from Home workbook. Now let's see the next workbook that appeared. Click on OK. And I could see that it has created a new workbook as book 2. And we have this test. Now let's go to the previous one and check if we have this test there or this sheet available. Now when you check, you see that sheet is gone. That sheet is gone. So it's no more available. Okay. So let's go and move that sheet back from where it is now. So book 2. Now let's move it back to the previous one. So move. Now I want to move it to not book 2, this book. Okay. Now before which sheet? So before sheet, before done. Okay, so let's move. Now we've moved it, and it's a before done. So this is a done is a sheet, and before is over here. Okay, so that's a way to move. Now you can move a couple of them. Just hold the shift key, and now highlight those you want to just move or copy. Right click and go to move or copy. So to new workbook. Okay, now move. So you can see that we've moved 3. Now when we go to the current workbook, we see that they are no more there. Okay, so you can just move them, move a couple of them. You can copy a couple of them. Just I need to just press and hold the shift button on the keyboard, then use the mouse to just select the sheet you want to move or copy. Okay, so now let's return this sheet. Let's return this sheet. So move to learning before relative. Okay, so now we have them over here. Alright, so that is it for copy and movement as well. Now in our next, so we've talked about this one. Now in our next tutorial, I'll talk about the rest, the following so that's the hide and hide, changing sheet color, and formatting worksheets after grouping. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.